Hey, welcome to For the People podcast. I'm your host, Vision X, and today we are joined by our two permanent co-hosts. We got the person that's going to give you the history lesson, Miss Maya, and we got Knick Knack Paddywhack Give a Dog a Bone, Miss Nikki the Judge.
Hi.
And today we have our guest, and actually this is our first Latin guest on this show, and this is going to be Wesley Colmenars.
How's it going, everyone? I'm a big fan. I'm glad to be in this podcast. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks for joining. All right, so today it's going to be very packed. There was a lot that happened over the week. A lot that happened over the week. I was looking at my Instagram like, Jesus, I don't care if it has something to do with Trump, if it has something to do with Diddy, if it has something to do with your favorite Shannon Sharp, because that whole verdict came out with that whole thing.
Yeah, I got part 2 coming on him.
It was a lot. I said, what is going on out here? But we always start, on a lot of stuff that's going on, and then we end on an actual good note. So we are going to start with our first video, and let's take a look at it right now.
So what's up with you? What's your name?
Nand, can I see your ID or something?
No, I mean, you can call the police, or I could call the police. Can I see your ID?
Yeah.
Let me see your ID.
Yeah. Take out your ID and I'll take out my ID.
Let me take out your ID and I'm going to take out my ID.
Okay, let's... can you get my phone? No, let's call the police. Give me a phone. Let's call the police.
I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude,
I'm going to start. I'm going to start a separate lawsuit right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely, you got to do it, man. But I want.
What's your name, Mel? Because I'm walking the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But we took my copy of the class.
Yes, bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the
I will get my
Please.
phone because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes, get my phone now, please.
You see this man right here?
Call the cop.
I'm gonna keep him for distance.
Oh, come on, internet, don't do that today. Of all days, I guess today must be one of those days today. I am trying to figure out why it's not.
Gotta be, but it's okay. It's okay.
I think we got everything we needed from this video.
I've said this before that we really have no allies. Like foundational Black Americans, we have no allies. And I know people love to say, yeah, it's some of us. Yeah, some, but majority of other cultures do not rock with us. Even other Africans, they do not rock with us. Like for you to be racially profiling this man, you don't like, but you don't want to give up your idea. Who do people think they are to ask you for ID?
My point is
Audacity of these people. And then my thing is this, sir, you are not even light enough to be acting like this.
and
you really don't. And it's like, and I like how the wife, because traditionally, I guess in that culture, they supposed to do as they told, and she was basically trying to get him out the situation, and he's too stupid to catch on. Like she's like, come in the house.
Wife, like, come on, honey, come with me.
Yeah, like come in the house because you doing some stupid shit. And it's like there's this narrative that all Black people are poor. And so they can't fathom the fact that we can be your neighbors. We can live in the same spaces as you. And yet you feel entitled to ask. It's like, oh, well, there's only one minority allowed here, and I got here first. It's like the minority Olympics when it comes to like living in a nice area or something like that. Or they just, I talked about this before, they feel entitled. They still have this, they still see us as slaves, even though they're not in a position to, because they're not white. They don't see us as people. They see us as labor. We are not human beings to them. They don't see us in that way. So they think that they can be like white people and ask us who we are and why do we belong here and things like that. And it's just, this is where we are in 2025, and we shouldn't be, but this is how we are. Because me personally, see a lot of these people better than me. Because the way I would have told you, fuck you and your mama too, and then that we wouldn't have shit else to talk about. I would have talked about him so bad
Okay.
to his mammy came out there to get his ass. Like I'm not no. You asking me for my ID? Suck my dick from the bag. That's what I would have said. And we could have kept it. We could have kept it the fuck moving right there. Like, don't even entertain these. See, if you want me to entertain you, I'll entertain you. I will give you the day you deserve and will never forget.
You know what gets me about this whole thing is that, and I also say this when I'm at work. I when I'm at work, I notice that I get along with the female Indians versus the males. The males have this superiority complex. You can't say nothing to them. Everything is a negotiation. Everything's a discount or something. I'm like, I'm not about to go back and forth with you on that. What gets me about them and when they come over here with that attitude is that I'm like, you couldn't build your shit in India. You brought your ass over here because I don't know if y'all seen the street food. We showed that last time, the street food vendors. We showed
Yeah,
the issue. I said, y'all can't build a big network out there like that. And people as dark as him, like I stated before in a previous video a while back, you can't get your ass on TV. You got to be damn near white to be on their television. And that's why they come over here because they're considered lighter than over there in their area, in their country, and they're not able to build over there. And this is the stuff that just bothers me about people that come over here, build stuff in our neighborhoods, use our resources, use the Civil Rights Act of 1965, use the Immigration Act, use the Voting Act, and then you don't even like black people. And without black people, your asses wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even be having your Indian restaurant or whatever over here. And that right there, I'm telling you what, I'm about to go to the store and I've been seeing all these videos with bear mace. I want you to run up on me. I'm bear macing the hell out of your ass. We
I
we
would have told. I would have told that bitch go home and make some tamales with your toes.
not.
Like, who you fucking with? Like, hey, when I tell you, start lighting their ass up, cause that's the only way. So you ain't gotta put hands on them. Just light their ass up, cause that's one thing. When they try to embarrass you, they don't like to be embarrassed in return. See, God don't put me in these positions, cause He know I would have Karens I have in a fucking heart attack. I will light your ass up. And I bet you will think when you come across another black person, you'll be like, wait, I did that one time, it didn't work out. You'll think twice about that shit before you mess with another black person again. I bet you that shit.
Well, this was posted by Oleyinka Companies, and I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Answer say 81, his wife's trying to save him, and you just stated that. Tula 127, imagine that an immigrant harassing an American. Ghost 5511 PvP. As soon as he went to stand in front of you, you should have rocked his ass.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
just said that. I said, you run up on
You
me. I feel attacked. Mace. And that's all we need to talk about. We don't need to
exactly.
have no discussion. I'm
Oh,
sick
I
of
might need to go get some mace because our mace didn't even come to mind.
Yep.
it's easy. You don't have to fight. You don't have to be huffing and puffing. You don't have to get your outfit dirty. I mean, just start macing people. Just like I'm gonna show you a video of this little girl. I don't know if y'all been seeing it. It was in a mall, and she just ran up on this. She said she ain't doing all
Oh
that
yeah,
talking.
that little girl would have got kicked.
Yeah, but she ran up on her though. I was like, but I think she was a bad kid, but her energy is what I'm feeling with a lot of people right now. I'm
Oh yeah, I can see the energy, but see me, I fight kids. Like I don't fuck them kids. I fight. You want to act like you grown? I want you to catch this ass whooping like you grown, and I don't want no hard feelings either. You step the fuck up. I fight kids. It's not that old. That's just a child. Fuck that.
Hey Wesley, can you turn your camera to the side, the other way? You got to turn it to the long way.
Like
Perfect. Thank you
this.
so much. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to go to the next video, and I think we are just on this immigrants versus Foundation Black Americans today. So let's take a look.
Shit, make me. Make me. Make me. Please make me. Somebody right here make me.
I don't give a fuck about you and your kids. None of that. None of that. None of that. Fuck you and fuck them kids, bitch. You don't know that. I'll be inside this. But y'all can't beat me up. But y'all can't beat me up. That's what I thought. Shut your bitch ass up. You scary. You scary. Sure will.
What do y'all think of that? Oh, we
So
can't hear you, Nikki.
you
What's
on mute?
everybody on mute for? Go ahead,
I
Maya.
put it on mute because they're doing the yard, and I didn't know if y'all could hear
Oh,
that.
no. We can hear
I
anything.
said I thought the bitch in the van. I thought, damn, that's a Samoan. You about to get your shit robbed.
No, this is the thing, uh, and Wesley, I don't want to say nothing. I know this is going to be one of those episodes, but one thing, this kind of takes me back to when I was over there at Wesley's house, and my car. And I wish I had. I want to show the video footage and the photos of what happened, but the Latin people over there was drag racing, and he was drag racing, and the car ended up flipping upside down on top of my car.
Oh
Are-
God.
yes, they were out and they were drinking and everything. It was at least 100 deep over there. The neighbors across the street was a black couple, and they called. They said, "Hey, do you? There's something's on top of your car. A car." I said, I said, "A car is on top of my car. How did that happen?" So I come outside, and then the all the lads were trying to take the car off, and the people across the street, the black people spoke Spanish too, and they was like, what they was trying to do is hurry and get this guy to leave, so that way he wouldn't be having to be charged for your vehicle or anything. And it's like when I called the cops, it was like the cops either were scared to say anything to the Latin people across the street, or um, I felt like to me that because they were Latin and the cops were Latin, they didn't feel like it was no big deal, and that pissed me off. And so yeah, and I took video footage. I'm gonna show this during the next our next show just to show y'all what happened. And it pissed me off because I'm sitting here like, so y'all don't want to take a police report. And he was like, "Oh no, we have everything on the camera." I said, "Okay, fine." I said, "Well, I need at least a card from you, or at least a signature or something stating that the police was here." I'm glad I got that because then, as soon as they left and everything was like resolved, the insurance company tells me, "Oh, well, the Latin guy stated that, oh, your car was in the middle of the street, and there's all, people always lie afterwards and stuff." And so I took all my photos, all my videos, the cops' signature statement. I said, all this shows that my car was parked. They were drinking. There was beer bottles and beer all over the floor. And I said, this is on them. And so then the insurance company went ahead and sued that company. But this is why I don't like that whole all them ganging up, because it sounded like that they said something to her grandmother, and I've had issues with a lot of Latins like that as well. They would try, when you say something to one of them, they'll try to come out 15 deep, knowing that they're in the wrong. What do y'all think about that?
All I know is you come out 15 deep. I want to say my clip hold about 18.
And you ain't gonna miss a shot but three.
Yeah,
So I mean, I can speak for Mexicans, being that I'm Mexican myself. Um, there is a really strong sense of community in the Mexican community. Uh, we do roading.
Wesley, your phone is low again.
Okay, hold on one second.
There you go. We can hear you.
Okay, I mean, when you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong.
Oh, what just happened? He just completely disappeared.
That's why I told him his ass was supposed to be at the house. Yeah, I said you can't be doing traveling and stuff. You gotta be at the house, man. This is the way they gotta be. But we will wait for him to log back in. We still have the link there, so I'm just
Well,
gonna.
you can edit this piece out. So
Yeah, it's just I hate trying to do over edits because the sound. It's that sound bite. When you're editing the sound.
yeah.
You know, let's keep it raw. When you're editing the sound in the
Mm.
CapCut for some reason, You have the video, and then you take the sound, the audio, and you put it at the below there. Y'all use CapCut, right? Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, don't do that, friend.
well, that's how the sound sounds better, because if I just do it with the video for some reason, the sound sometimes when people are talking, it sounds like y'all are screeching a little bit. I don't know why.
Mm,
I've noticed that, so that's why I put the
I
video in the
separate the
sound.
audio after I edit, so that way it's already automatically chopped up.
I see.
Okay, so Maya gonna have to show you how to do that.
You do it the same way, you just edit first and then separate the audio.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure
I
that out.
don't know
I'm
that.
learning CapCut on the iPad because I just usually do everything from my phone.
Ah, yeah, I got you. So we're gonna read some of the comments. I ain't gonna read my comment. Staying out of the way, 77. That's her granny. That's our granny. She stood on all 10 toes. Big Model 1, they didn't want no smoke. She was ready to give out headaches. I ain't never heard I ain't heard that one before. I'm like that. Reno Valentine, they popping once she got in the car. That is true.
Yeah, they always want to talk. They're always doing the gestures because remember we had an episode when I said that is that the only time they get loud is when they're the majority. When it's a group of them versus one black person, they got all the smoke in the world. But if it's multiple black people and just them, they don't say shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
But she still would have rocked. She still would have rocked every last one of theirs.
Oh, for real.
yeah. And I wish I would have heard with Wesley, because Wesley, he was telling that they have a sense of community. And I'm like, I get that, but I said, you in the wrong, you in the wrong. Like, clear example, at my house currently, we have, and I hate to say it, this little Tijuana. And I get along with everybody, but the problem is they will park their cars all up and down the street like they own the fucking street. And then not only will they do that, when they go out to parties and come back from whatever fiesta they came from, they would throw all their damn trash in our yard. So we got cups and bags and food. And I'm like, I said, who does that, dude? I said, that's not how you treat somebody else's property. And then
Oh
when you
no,
say
because
something to them, then they want to get an attitude. And then we have to talk to them about stepping in the grass and stuff. I said, y'all don't step in y'all. If somebody stepped in y'all grass, y'all be pissed off. Why would you do that to the grass over here? It's just it's a level of disrespect, and I'm getting sick and tired of having to talk. I'm telling you right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting tired of having to talk to people over and over. I'm just about to start bear macing bitches.
No, the spiritual people gonna say Mercury is in retrograde right now. So that
Mm.
could be why you so frustrated. I don't really know what that means, but
yeah,
everybody.
you could get it the fuck the retrograde. I'm a retrograde that ass. Like just start doing tit for motherfucking tat.
Yeah.
Go on it. I mean, I was you can't take a piss on the lawn because you get arrested. But you know, put whatever the fucks up grass. Go pour some acid on that shit. Something. Let them wake up to some brown ass grass or start doing shit. Just start put your trash in their motherfucking yard. If they want to go toe for toe, then it is what it is. Like get petty right the fuck back. That's one thing about me. The petty meter is always activated. I'll find a way to piss you off.
And I'm gonna read one last one. Chanel X Saray. They lucky they weren't more black people around for real, for real. It would have been the Montgomery Brawl Part 2. They right about that.
Yeah.
All right. I know y'all been seeing this video. I've also I commented and I made a comment about this video, but I want to see what y'all thought because this video has been blowing up.
Take your black ass out of here, motherfucker.
Oh.
Take your black ass out of here. You fucked up. Don't come cuss at my door, motherfucker. Fuck you and your phone. Get your fucking ass beat, motherfucker. Get off my property now. Get the fuck out of here. Record that shit. Come back again, I'll fucking hang your ass. Now. Good. I hope you show your employers. Show your employers because this is what your employees do. You dumb fucking nigger. It says no soliciting. Get your black ass the fuck out of here. You come back again, we'll hang you. Don't go over his house either. He don't want nothing. It says no soliciting. Get your black ass out of here. Get fucked up. You want him to
What do y'all think?
They really and truly, They wanted their viral moment, and they gonna get it because they've already posted that. They already posted the physical address. They've already been contacting her job. This is what happened. Go. She said, "Go show it to your employer." Okay, bitch, we're gonna show your employer. This is the moment you wanted. Meanwhile, this asshole got a long ass rap sheet, and I think one of them is whooping her ass. Like, you didn't have to do all that. You could have simply said, no, thank you, get off. Please get off my property. You didn't have to do all that. And to say that you're gonna hang them, let me tell you, don't catch a 45 fucking with 47, because you gonna catch the wrong nigga on the right day, and you gonna get what you fucking giving. They feel emboldened now to say out loud, "I'm gonna hang you," because they have a president that makes them feel that there are no consequences for saying the quiet part out loud, and there absolutely are. Because while Trump may be is in the presidency, these companies, if they got common sense, know that he can't protect every business. Because if y'all small and or anything, he can't do that. So a lot of these companies will still fire you. Unless you a very rich person and you at the top 1%, then most likely you probably can't say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But learn your lesson from Target, because I don't give a fuck. Target is feeling the goddamn heat, and they still feeling the heat. And they're never gonna get their audience back. You might get some people shopping there, but it's minimal at best. But he didn't need to do that. Like, he made it a fucking spectacle when it didn't have to be. He's always felt that way, but he was like, "Oh, this is my opportunity to tell a nigga how I feel." And that's what they did. And her amping this shit up, because I guarantee fucking to you, her income is what's keeping that house going. Bitch, lose it.
Yeah.
I hope that they lost her job. I would have to see any updates, but they were flooding her job to the point where the voicemail was off, which means people had to physically answer the phone.
Oh, you have backdoor research. Come on now, Nikki.
I saw like a video, or I was looking at another video, and somebody in the comments was like, they put the phone number there, and then somebody replied like, "Yeah, I've been calling, and there's no the voicemail is off." So like they had to like answer the phones, because they found out where she worked, and they was like, "Oh yeah, we hitting this shit up." Like, black, what's that's one thing about us, we getting tired of the bullshit too, and we're fighting back in the way that we can. Whether you give a Google a review or whatever, you find these people employees, you do what you need to do. You're gonna have consequences. This is America. I believe in free speech, even if I believe that a fucking Klansman has the right to say what they gotta say, because them having the right to say what they need to say ensures my right to say what I need to say. And we
Absolutely.
can't. We just have to say that you have freedom of speech in this country, but you're not free of the consequences that come with your speech. And if you really think about white people, their identity, it literally is their skin color.
Yeah.
Their identity is that, and to the point where they need us to survive. If you really think about it, they need us to survive, because their whole being is the idea of superiority. So
Yeah.
if your whole ideology is that you're the superior race, you can't be superior. You have to be surrounded by people you deem as inferior in order for you to feel superior. So without us, they literally cannot function, because their life, they don't have a life outside of being white. They
That's
have no identity outside of being white. My whiteness is their claim. Their whiteness is their claim to fame. And that's why they hanging on to that shit, because they know deep down, if you were to strip them of their whiteness where that didn't account for anything, they literally don't have anything else. They don't have culture. They have absolutely no culture. They have no sense of community, because every white person is their ideology again is superiority. So you're always going to think you better than even the next white person. So that's why they don't have community. If you look at white people, they all out for self. They only want community when it's racism involved. That's when they come together. That's when they gang up. But if it ain't got nothing to do with racism, they're out for each other. They cutting each other's throats.
I
yeah.
don't know why I feel so violent, but the moment he he was gonna hang me, shit would have went left. I wouldn't even kept
Yeah.
walking. I told him to do it.
Yeah.
I would have
Mm-hmm.
right told him to do it. And as soon as he would have reached, pop, because who you gonna hang? And why do you feel so comfortable saying something? Like, I get it. The president making people comfortable, and he's their inner races is just itching to get out, and they waiting for their moment. But it's just like, for the people who try to convince us that racism don't exist no more, shit like this. You
Exactly.
can say I'm gonna beat your ass. You gotta say I'm gonna hang you. What type of shit is that? That just irritated my spirit just a little bit. Because why would you say that to somebody?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's like
agree.
irk me because people like him and his ancestors, they won't straight up hang you face to face because they know they can't whoop your ass. They'll wait till you in your bed late night sleep and try to come drag you out your
Some
fucking bed.
coward shit.
And I
Exactly.
Some coward shit. And you know what? I don't I was and I wish I had the story up and I was like, I wanted to play it, but I didn't want to play it. There's been a lot of a string of truckers, just picking back off what you said, Maya. There's been a string of truckers that's been missing in these rural counties. So they would stop at a gas station, and then next minute they're 30 miles down the road, truck abandoned, all their stuff is in there, and they missing. And then they're finding also these black men and trees and stuff just hanging from places. I said something has to be inherently wicked, demonic, or evil, satanic, Luciferian, all the whatever evil stuff I can bring up, the conjuring, whatever. Something has to be inherently in your DNA to honestly make me believe that you feel like you are a human with humanity to treat somebody like that. I mean, when I tell you, people don't understand. When I say I got the hell up out of Kansas, people say, "Oh, you always say something about Kansas. You always say something about Missouri." You goddamn right. I said you guys do not understand how it is for Black people in the Midwest, in the South, that's not staying in a big city. I said y'all forgetting some of these, yeah, you might see racism in Miami, you see racism in LA. But when you're out there in the middle of Beatty, Kansas, with Jim Bob and them, and Betty Sue Ellen, and Bubba and Hoss, and Snaggletooth Mary, and the Double Jackson, you know what I mean? When you're out there with them, I said they feel like they can say whatever they want, and then no matter if you say what they did to you, the cops is always on their side. Just like what's happening to that black farmer in Colorado. This man's just trying to farm. You have white folks literally killing his cattle. They putting oil on his in his farm. They're harassing his children. I mean, all types of things. I said, what is wrong with y'all to do that to somebody else and not have any type of humanity or sympathy or anything? And that's what, when I tell people I got the hell up out of there. When you're in Kansas, it feels like that's a place where you go to settle. There is no unity. There is no anything out there. They don't. When you barbecue, they call the police. When you're having a good time, they call the police. When you do want to beat their ass, they call the police. When you are
Mm-hmm.
minding your business and watch TV, they call the police. It's like I said, you guys have us on your mind, rent free, 24/7, nonstop. We don't do anything to you guys, and it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What you about to say,
Yeah.
man?
No, I was saying what you were saying. I said an unhealthy obsession. Something is wrong.
And it's
But
I
that
go ahead.
that goes back to what I just said. Like, their obsession with us is because they know they can't function without us. Because without hatred, their identity is rooted in the ideology of superiority and racism. And if you take us out of that equation, let's say we all moved, black people just moved to another country or some shit, or we all went back to Africa, they would literally combust because their hatred is their identity. Their hatred, the culture they have is racism, is
Mhm.
hatred. And if they can't do that, they can't function. It is rooted in their DNA. And they have to actively, the white people that you see that are not racist or are allies, they've had to trust and believe, they've had to practice that. They've had to make the conscious decision that I'm not going to be racist. I'm not going to be my ancestors. They have to actively fight against being racist. And again, just because you don't say nigger in your house don't mean you can't be racist. Because white people, the loveliest of lovely white people, still got some shit in them. Because
very true.
They may
white
not
people,
say nigga, but they think it.
they think it. They don't say it out loud because they know better. Because what did I tell you? White people are rooted in perception, not reality. So their whole identity can be, I don't want to be racist. That's bad for the personal brand. Or I don't want to be called a racist because that's bad for the brand. It's not, they can still feel that way, but they know better than to say it. But if you catch them on at the right time and you catch them slipping, which inevitably you will, it'll really come out. Like how you said you was at that party and they put Fox News on and that's all it fucking took.
Yeah.
That's how they really feel. They just need to be in a comfortable atmosphere to really let it loose. So they have to be around other white people to really say how they feel because they're not going to say it to a black person or they're not going to say it to a group of black people. So that's why they have an obsession with us because without us, they don't have anyone to hate. And if you don't have anyone to hate and your identity is hatred, how that's going to work out for you.
You better speak, Nikki. You better speak. The judge is laying the law down. And you know, you know what I love about social media? Social media has been, I'll have to commend social media about this. Yeah, it's allowing a lot of racist people and people that should not have podcasts at all because everybody think that because they got a goddamn mic, they're a podcaster. I said, yeah, I ain't talking about shit. Ever since Amazon and everybody did that, everybody think they're a podcaster. But they don't be talking about stuff to really help benefit people like how we do or how like Godfrey do. And even though Joe Rogan, I've seen his podcast as well, even though I think he's just mediocre in terms of his interviewing, I do like his guests and his questions that he have. He has a good team that puts some questions together for his guests. And I said at least people get to hear how people really feel, and that's something I like. But what I like about social media is that when you do something, look at Five Fouls. He got the whole goddamn address on there. She stay at 12313 Abington Court, Orlando, Florida. Public record alert. The man she's married to is Stephen Edwin Riley. Date of birth is May 1974. She is 50 years old. Location is Orange County, Florida.
That's what I'm talking about.
Recent charges. Woo, child. Recent charges, battery, domestic violence, first degree misdemeanor. Statute 784.03181. Status case is open. Court, Orange County.
Criminal ass got an open case. Outside talking about hanging.
That was deep.
I told you that record. I told you that record long. You okay?
Oh, and
but white folks don't know the law. They understand and they know that they're not going to be persecuted as a black person or as a person of color. So that's why they continue to break the law because all that shit, someone of color would have been in jail for years.
Instantly.
So this is crazy. So, and I apologize for having my phone cut off. So I rushed home.
Oh no, hold on. Before you continue, this is what I tell all my guests. When you're on time, you're early. And when you're early, sorry, no, not even that. When you're early, you're on time. And when you're on time, you're late.
You're late.
And when you're late, we need to have a discussion. So after the show, we need to have a discussion.
Hold on one second. In my defense, I'm still a person of color, so I'm on POC time.
You know what? I hope when you went to Costco, I hope you got my ass something.
Listen, I got all the things I needed.
And you need to send Nikki and Maya something too. We deserve.
Of course, it'll be shipped.
I want some strawberries if you picked any up. Thank you.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
I got you with some little chocolate covering.
Yeah, and so
not Maya telling the Latino I want some strawberries if you pick some up.
Because that's why we short, because we close to the ground.
Right.
Okay? I don't take offense to that.
Oh my God. Nikki, I'm glad you caught that.
It's actually something to be proud of, okay?
I was like, did I just hear that?
First of all, y'all.
We know what you meant. I'm messing with you because when you said it, I was like, oh.
I was like, did I just hear that? But I didn't want to say nothing. I said, let me stop. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just.
Lord.
I love that.
And Nikki said she gonna.
I didn't even connect when I said the shit.
And so here's the
That's how
rest of
you know. That's how here's the rest of That's how we got our that the woke part of me and Chris brain immediately kicked in the woke part.
yeah, the woke part, because I was like, I don't think I want to say anything. I want to just wait.
I just caught it, and I making a joke because I know it was like it was a joke to a joke, but I just thought it because I could just in my mind immediately say, "Oh my God, just say what they said." Looks like bitch, relax.
No, what's
About to be up, but keep it in. It's okay. It's okay.
So good over here. It's all love over here.
it is.
Um, I did want to point out something before my phone cut off, and I don't want to miss it because the podcast we talk about all the experiences that Black people go through, and it trickles down to other minorities as well. But I want to share a solution for us to become more united because as Nikki mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, there are some people of color that are allies, but not everybody. And we continue to feed into the narrative of being close to whiteness, and thus we act a certain way towards Black people. When historically we or people who are know history note that this country's laws to allow people of color to do what they're doing now have been done because of Black people, Black African Americans. So, what is it that I can share with my community, the Mexican community, to educate them, to unite us? Because at the end of the day, we're not free until Black people are free. So
Thank you for that.
what can we do to make it better for you guys and unite and really fight the oppressor rather than each other?
Yeah, you know what, and I'm gonna have another video I'm gonna show soon, but that's definitely something that You know, it, the thing about unity is that people got to be sincere with unity. People cannot do unity when they feel it's convenient for you. So a clear example, everything that's going on with Alligator Alcatraz right now. Now you had all those Cubans, which is hilarious. I will vote for Donald Trump. And they made a song and they was promoting it and they had millions of views. They made a lot of money off of TikTok and Instagram. And then all of a sudden, the woman, her husband got deported. She was on TV crying and screaming. And then the guy recently that I showed in the last video, our last episode that we had, he's actually in Alligator Alcatraz talking about how they're treating him and the mosquitoes as big as dinosaurs and they have stuff in their food and it's spoiled. And I'm like, do you want me to feel sorry for you? You guys actually try to separate yourselves from other Latins. You're like, oh, wow, I'm not El Salvadorian. Oh, I'm not Mexican. Oh, I'm not Guatemala. Bitch, let me tell you something. I tell people this all the time, and I don't know how many times I have to keep saying it to you over and over because it's starting to get irritating after a while. White folks, and I told you I was raised by white folks, but so I grew up in foster care. I grew up in their homes. I know how they think. They don't care if your ass is from Portugal, Spain, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Argentina. They do not care. You are all Spanish speaking, and everybody's from Mexico. They do not care.
Yep. They don't. That's why. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense when they try to be like, "Oh, I'm the good Latino, and I'm gonna hate everybody else," because the people that the whiteness you're aspiring to
Yep,
don't fuck with you, and they're never gonna fuck with you because they only see you as one thing. They only see you as that, and the only way it's like you're never gonna get that seat at the proverbial table.
never.
You're never gonna do it. You will be a guest at best or a servant at worst. That's the only two options you got that you're gonna have. You're never gonna be because one thing I don't care. White people they cool. Some of them cool
Yeah.
until it's time to get white. And trust and believe there will always be a time where they're going to get white, and that time is the moment you slip up and think that you're in equivalent to their company,
Yep.
that's when they're gonna humble you and let you
Yep.
know, oh no, 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 no. you're a guest. You're a guest here. You're not one of us. You're simply a guest.
And always can
That's
be
what
uninvited.
exactly, and that's all they're gonna do. So I have no sympathy or empathy left for that kind of behavior. You knew what was gonna happen. And you voted for it anyway. And if you could vote for him for a third term, you would. Because like I said, they're saying I regret my vote, but they're not saying I wish I would vote for Kamala Harris. They're not saying that part. And that's very telling. Because that was your other alternative to not go through what you're going through. Because had you voted for her, you wouldn't be in this position. But you still won't let that racism go enough to say, I regret my vote and I should have voted for Kamala Harris. Until you say that last part, I don't give a fuck about the first part.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
your regret is not your redemption. That ain't got one them two. You got to earn that, and there ain't no way to earn that because you knew what the fuck was up, and you still voted that way anyway. So to me, there is no redemption. You made your fucking bed, go lie in that bitch, and if an alligator happened to bite you on the motherfucking way, it is what it is.
And those alligators are big. I seen them picking those motherfuckers up. I said, "Golly, that's a dinosaur." I said, "You ain't getting out of that cage." I
And
said,
you see how stupid they are, because Trump don't realize that motherfucking alligators can crawl on land, bitch. That they ain't just in the fucking water. You
"Yeah."
might wake up and a bitch can be in the goddamn bunk with you. Then what?
And they're fast. They
And
can get
they're very fast. But see, people
extremely.
from Florida know what the fuck is going on. He a goddamn implant. He transplant. This ain't New York. This is Florida, where it's a swamp and it's hot as fuck. Okay, them alligators don't give a goddamn fuck, and I really hope that they jump on land and just start eating motherfuckers.
Oh Jesus!
Just start just eating all of them. Everybody on that goddamn alligator, alcatraz, whatever the fuck, instantly. I hope it becomes a horror movie in that shit.
Oh, I said this last time. I told everybody, I said, and everybody somebody was think I was joking. They sent things in my DM because they didn't want to say nothing. They didn't want to say nothing like out in the open in terms of putting it on your actual your page. But they
Yeah.
told me individually, they was like, you know what? You were right. They're going to create movies. They're going to create documentaries. They're going to create TV specials, and they're going to make money off of it. I said, clear example. All this child ring stuff that's going on right now with these children missing, and these officers are essaying them. They're selling them. All these things. I said, watch. They're going to have a serial killer movie out, probably called the Ice Killer. And I'm telling you what, they're gonna put it in movies, they're gonna put it on Netflix, and they're gonna be making money. I said these people they do not care about people's pain or anything. I said they're gonna make a lot of money off this. Watch within the next 5 to 6 years, watch what happens. We're gonna
There's
see that
actually
stuff happen.
there was a post that I just saw yesterday that the media hasn't been sharing. There's been a lot of killings of CEOs lately for like different CEOs for different companies, but they're not sharing it because they don't want it to do like a Luigi effect.
Mangiano, yeah.
Because
I heard about that.
yeah,
But
so there's
we're
a whole bunch of CEOs being murdered too. So it is happening. Like we're literally at that state of like we're fighting back, and the only way to really like reset this system is to get rid of those people who will keep oppressing us.
yeah. We're about to move on to the next one. This is this bodybuilder. I'm a little over the whole bodybuilders on social media. I'm not buying your damn coaching. I'm not doing a video of you working out with me. If your ass ain't in the gym with me and you're not lifting weights with me, we don't need to be even talking. But I want to let you know what this guy said.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I owe my sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning. And I promise all of you, I will do better.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Nothing but
Shit off. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm gonna let Maya go.
Maya, eat on this. Eat it.
That's some bullshit, and I'm gonna just say to my people in advance that be telling me to stop cussing, fuck all that. That's going out the window right now. Because how the fuck in 2025 you do not know that colored is fucking offensive to say? How do you not know that in 2025? Colored has been outdated since the fucking 40s, 50s, or some shit like that. They been started labeling us as black people and a person of color. You called the person colored because that's what the fuck you were taught. That's what your mama taught you. That's what your grandmama taught her. That's what your grandfather taught them, so on and so forth. I guarantee you, when he tracked his lineage, they had some slaves. They enslaved some motherfuckers. You talking about colored in 2020 fucking 5. Are you stupid?
Yeah.
He is ignorant for sure.
You don't care.
But
You're
let's go back to
sad.
what Nikki was saying. It takes really wanting to change your colonized brain, that internalized racism, to be able to take accountability. And I follow this guy. He does have a great content, and it is taking accountability for what he said. So apologizing, the apology itself, it's always to make yourself feel better. So I don't really care for someone apologizing, but he is saying he did wrong, and he is not willing. He is willing to change because he is learning and he is human. You know, as my personal experience as a person of color, but also a colonized mind coming to this country and learning and really being taught biases until I learned and took it upon myself to relearn. I understand what he's saying because myself, I was taught through the school system that Black people were lazy, that Black people were A, B, and C. And when I really got to socialize and form my circle of friends around Black people, I understood what they, meaning white people, were trying to do to push a narrative that does not exist. So defending him in a sense, but also putting in a perspective that what we are discussing and what Nikki just said, they have to uh, do the work themselves in order for that racism to slowly leave their body, their soul, their brain, their DNA. But he does the work.
And you definitely worked. I would say Wesley is one of the few people that I know, because I hang out with a lot of people, especially in LA. LA is such a melting culture, a melting pot, and I hang out with everybody from Asian to Latin to Middle Eastern. I would say out of all the ones I've hung around with, Wesley is by far at the top of the list. There's nobody close because you have others that as soon as they get pissed off at you, they will say something racial about whoever, whether it's Latin, whether it's Black, whether it's another Asian. And I have seen that happen time and time again. And then Wesley has really worked at making sure to and he's like a real ally. Like Wesley goes to a lot of Black events. He support when they're doing charity events and et cetera. Like he really do the work. And you got white folks like this Joey Swoll guy. I don't think that he's apologizing uh, because he's like really remorseful. I think that because those brand deals is about to leave his ass.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I think
Yeah.
I understand what Wesley is trying to say, but you're much different than him.
Yeah.
You did it out of genuine, I want to learn, I want to be more open.
Mm-hmm.
but he did it. He's not sorry. He's sorry he got caught. And
Yep.
the repercussions of being caught. That is why he made that. When somebody apologized and says, to those I may have offended, you already knew you offended people. So to say those I may have, that's very crucial because you're still leaving it up in the air by saying I didn't do any wrong. But if you got offended by what I said, I'm sorry. That's not a genuine apology. Now, first of all, I didn't know who Joey Swoll was, but to you, my credit, I'm a fat bitch, so why would I? Yeah, I don't know a white man telling me to get to work the fuck out. Yeah, whatever. But when I saw that, it's the way he said colored. He knew exactly what the fuck he was saying,
Exactly.
and he said colored like he used that shit. See, this is the thing.
Like this is 1929 or something.
Yes,
I'm like,
we have what I call kitchen table talk. It's certain shit in your house that you could say to the people in your house. You know, you might feel some type of way, you might have certain biases, but you say that shit in the house. It don't leave the house. And this is where people get it fucked up. They starting to use the kitchen table talk outside the fucking kitchen. And that's how you get caught the fuck up. Because he said colored, he meant that shit
he
when he
meant
said
it.
it.
Yeah,
That wasn't a mistake because colored has never been used for people of color. And no disrespect, but you have black and then you have people of color. We are separated. I know that a
yes,
lot of people don't like that, but it's true. Black are black, and then everyone else who is non-white but also non-black is people of color. Now, you have never in your life heard the term colored when you're speaking about somebody who is Latino, somebody who is South Asian, anything that's not black. Colored was never do it. They literally had signs that said colored only. Who the fuck you think that was for?
exactly.
Black people. He knew exactly what the fuck he was saying and why he was saying it. He just didn't expect for it to get
The
caught up. And
backlash.
don't
Yeah,
sit there and act
backlash.
don't sit there and act like, oh, I thought that was a term, but I didn't know it was not offensive. How, like Maya said, how the fuck you 2025 and you don't know colored is offensive? So either you're
Hmm.
using that shit on the daily, which is why you don't feel like it's offensive, because that's not an everyday term. That's not an everyday term. You for that to slip out his mouth so naturally, he says that on a regular basis. He just never said it out. He just left it in the kitchen, and this time he
Yeah.
slipped the fuck up and let it outside the kitchen. I don't think he's genuinely sorry. He has 8 point some million followers.
Yes.
And once I learned who he was, I've been going back just checking to see if that following count going down, and it ain't.
Hmm.
Now I may have to check
I want.
again.
I'm sorry, Nikki. I want to
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Wesley and the people out there who, yeah, Wesley. So the difference between you and him is that, right? This is stuff that was taught to you in school, right? And then once you got out of school, you took it upon yourself to, I guess have black friends and learn black things. People like him, it's embedded in his DNA.
Right. I get that.
Hmm.
So him, you taking the time to learn that black people aren't the way you were taught is completely different from him being embedded in that. And like literally, I guarantee you, his grandfather probably have some type of old bones from when they used to have picnics and hang people and they used to take
Right.
souvenirs home.
I get
Like
that.
that's the type of person he is to say something like colored. Honestly, I'm more offended by color than what I would be by nigga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because colored means like you really don't look at us as like nigga mean it too. But color really means that you think we back in the day and you really like we know you
Yeah.
think you superior, but you truly think you're superior when you call somebody colored.
And
Right.
it just rolled off his tongue. It was just, I was just like, for you to be, you know how white folks, oh, we're the cream of the crop, we're at the top, we're the most intelligent. For you to be so fucking intelligent and not know that this was gonna do that, I was like, you have to be stupid. I mean, I don't care about this dude's brand deals. I see a lot of people on social media making mistakes and they're like, oh, I can't pay my rent. I don't give a damn. I said, this is, first of all, social media is supposed to be passive income anyways. So
Exactly.
this to me tell me that you're lazy as hell because you never really had a real job to begin with. And you need other people to make yourself look good. And so for me, I really don't feel sorry for the dude. I could care less about the dude. I'm not buying his plan. I don't buy none of it. He can't influence me to do shit. I don't buy none of his products. He does nothing for me. And that's just the way I feel about it.
Definitely the brand deals is why he feels some type of way.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's not,
Oh,
I don't feel like that was a sincere apology. I feel like it was a, oh dang, I'm gonna lose my money
yeah, I didn't
apology.
expect it.
That
I didn't expect it to
Caucasian girl
happen.
we looked at the last time, the one who wore the braids, and then she also got her account took from TikTok, and she was at the building screaming, crying. Like
Mhm.
it's not because they feel sorry about what they did. They just know they're gonna lose out on a bunch of money and that influencer lifestyle. That's why they want to apologize. But like Chris said, we need to stop support. I mean, I personally don't follow neither one of them, but the follower accounts do need to go down because that's insane. How can y'all be outraged and still support that shit? I don't understand that.
Exactly. I just, yeah, I just people was in an uproar, and it's like, first of all, I don't want to say too much on Hulk Hogan because that's coming down later. But imagine losing your following, or losing, or having to have your brand tarnished over Hulk Hogan. Ain't that some? Just
Mhm.
imagine. A nigga would never. That's all. A nigga would never. Because imagine having your brand tarnished because you want to ride for Hulk fucking Hogan, a man that don't even know you exist. Like that. Hey, I'm gonna be racist in the name of, and then to say you didn't know much about him, because this is how you know he lying. Because he just said the man that made us take our vitamins and pray at night. So that means you're a very big fan of Hulk Hogan. If you're a very big fan of Hulk Hogan to the point where you used to do that, you best believe you know he was racist. Because it all came out on social media everywhere. Everybody heard that fucking tape with him saying the N word over and over and over again.
Yeah.
There have been stories from even the wrestling community hate that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. They can't
So
stand
you knew what he was about. You just got offended because people said, "Oh, he dead. Fuck him." That's why you got mad.
it. And so
And it just, yeah.
I'm gonna read some of the comments because the comments you were talking about how the viewers can go down. Just read. I'm gonna read you some of this stuff. Duke Gomez 7 says you're soft as hell. Now, a guy with the last name of Gomez, as soon as your ass is in in alligator Alcatraz, I don't want to hear shit. I want you to have that same goddamn energy talking about, oh, y'all soft as hell. Now, when they send your ass to alligator Alcatraz because your last name is Gomez, don't say nothing, Duke Gomez, number 7. Room Boost Coaching. I'm offended that you took the video down and apologized. Let's go to his video. Look like he's on steroids. Let's keep it strictly 100. This is a guy look like he on steroids. Come on now. Now a lot of people I know in the bodybuilding industry, especially that's these influencers, they on steroids. They keep telling people, "Oh, you got to eat right, you got to
It's
work
not
out, you got to
even
do this."
about
But
the steroids.
you're what you say, Maya?
It's not even about the steroids. That mustache right now, I could tell he don't like black people.
Oh yeah,
Not, yeah, yeah, he walking. First of all,
look like he don't even
Magnum
wash.
PI, you'll never fucking be. But yeah, I already know he can't find his dick with a flashlight. I already know that.
He looks like he don't wash. He looks dirty.
Listen, them people don't wash their ass except for every 30 business days.
Then Landon W says, "You apologize to the 1%. Your audience is 99%." So let's go to his page. Let me see what he is. He looked like another one that don't wash. Yeah, look at that. Come on now. Look like he stink. Like it'd be the same. It'd be these people out here that have the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody else, and he out here with all this stuff on. And let me tell you, these be the main people out here letting dogs.
You already know he's automatic MAGA. Any
Oh yeah,
white person that says, when there's some controversy about black people and a person apologize, oh, you should have never apologized. Okay, so that means you automatically agree with that shit. See, they tell them one thing about white people, they gonna always tell on themselves. They cannot help it.
and then as soon as somebody says something about them, they say something about their mama. They say something about their. Don't let them have a disease. Don't let them have a disease. Oh my God, you talked about my disease and my. And I'm just sitting here like, are you serious? Look, they don't look like they wash up either. Let's keep it strictly 100. This was who was this? Demon Dean 92. Imagine sitting in your car, apologize to people you don't even know for doing something you wanted to do. Can't keep the whole world happy, mate. The thing is, you don't have to fucking say anything. This is the whole problem. It's like Yeah, it's like when I'm hanging out with people when I go out to the club and they like, oh, I had to check this person. Oh, I had to say, no, you didn't, because you're the littlest person in the goddamn group. You don't have no hands, and the people that's going to be having to fight these motherfuckers is me and everybody. And Wesley, and Wesley, you know I'm telling the truth. How many
Right.
times have we hung with people that know they didn't have those hands, know
Right.
they couldn't fight, know they couldn't do anything, and then we sitting there having to sit there
That
and
is true.
defend them. And then when it came down to the fight, they're nowhere to be found. It'd be these people, it'd be these same people right here. And what gets me is that when shit happens to them, they be like, oh my God, this happened to me. Oh, like with the farmers, a lot of them, the rural area farmers, racism. And they're sitting here talking about
Honestly,
how their farms are suffering. I'm like,
did
I really
you
don't give a shit.
did Joey Swoll answer to any of those comments? I want to see that.
You know what? Let me see. He
Because
he
he should have
probably
been answering.
he probably did it because I'm gonna tell you why. People getting tired of this shit. Like you don't have to say anything. But I know some other people might have commented, and I don't see if
Now you're a sellout,
Stock God
Crafty.
said Demon Dean plus what about irony? He is Joey Swoll wants to be forgiven for what he said intentionally in public, yet Hogan and his apology doesn't get him forgiven for what he said in private. Pretty ironic, don't you think? What's he, she pronouns? I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Um, this is a lady. Now, as soon as you call her uh, bimbo or idiot or something like that, then they get upset. Or she looks like a man, or anytime you say something about one of these white girls, then they get offended. This is what she said, Lizzie Babby. Wow, wow! I can't believe you actually posted an apology. That's wild. You have nothing to apologize for. Stand on business and stand up for yourself. And look at this.
With them funky ass extensions, girl. Don't piss me off.
Literally, and a lot of them be having BBLs. You would not believe how many times I have seen these weak ass white girls in the gym talking about, oh, I worked on my body. My body's this. I said, yeah, but you had a BBL because you already had a flat ass. And because you had a flat ass, now you're sitting here trying to tell other women, oh, they need to sit here and work out and do these things. But at the end of the day, you have a BBL. They're never going to be able to attain to that because they're not going to spend $50,000, $60,000 on a BBL, or they can't even afford it.
and,
Let somebody.
and if you get a BBL, who you trying to look like? There you go.
It's just like I'm just like I'm so over it. It's like y'all don't have to fucking say anything about anybody black. I don't know what's so hard about shutting the fuck up.
Exactly, because
I
it's
just,
always
Okay.
free.
it is the easiest and simplest thing to do in the world. I tell people when I see a couple arguing, whatever, that ain't my business. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to get involved in it. People feel like they are obligated. Oh, I have to say something. I just know you don't. You don't have to say anything to anybody. You don't have to get involved with anybody with anything. You don't have to be involved with that stuff. But people feel like they're obligated to say something all the time. So I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for a lot of the rural farmers. I don't feel sorry for a lot of people that's losing businesses, as you've seen. And there's just to piggyback off of this, I was going to show something else, but this is a clear example of what's happening to a lot of these businesses, especially in Las Vegas. So I